Everybody, and welcome to Dishin' with the Dietitian. Ever wonder when you go to the supermarket, is this good for me or not? And what should I get? I have nothing at home. I have nothing for dinner. Today, let me clear that up. I'm going to give you a brief guide to the market and some of my favorite picks in the market. I'm going to also talk to you about which markets I get these foods in so that you'll be equipped to make this list at home and to purchase foods that interest you, that you see on the live stream. What makes me in a position to be able to do this? For those of you who are new to my channel, let me say welcome. I am delighted to have you join me on Dishin' with the Dietitian. My name is Debbie Kravitsky. I've been a registered dietitian for over 30 years. Currently, I'm the Director of Nutrition at Mass General Hospital's Cardiovascular Disease Prevention Center. I consult with many corporations. I've been featured in national publications such as Harper's Bazaar and Family Circle magazine. I've also I've also appeared in television. It gives me my greatest joy and pleasure to be able to help you reach your dietary goals by providing current, accurate, evidence-based nutrition information. Together, we will shop, we will cook, and I will navigate the way. So let's get shopping today. First of all, let me tell you that I will give you my list, but in no way, shape, or form is it a complete list. So if there's things that we talk about that things that you're using that I'm not covering, definitely make sure that you type them in. The beauty of a live stream is that I can see what you're saying. I can see your comments. It's interactive. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to type them in. You may have seen something in a market and maybe it was confusing to you, or maybe you just weren't sure. Hey, hi Rose, how are you? I'm so glad you guys are here. It really does help me to let me know that you're here by hitting that thumbs up button. If this is something that interests you and you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. That allows me to continue to do this. Hi Charlene. I have to tell you that the people who've been joining me on the live stream are the greatest. And you will see, if you're new to my live stream, that they are incredible, and the comments they make are really what makes this live stream very rich and worthwhile. So, hey Tom, how are you? Oh, you guys, Lorraine, wow, I'm so glad you're here. I just can't even thank you enough, because this is what it's all about. We all want to be healthy, so we all want to walk the walk. The trick is that we want to make sure, hi Mike and Linda, I have some things from you here tonight that you shared with me, and I'll share that in just a minute. But we all want our food to be delicious, but we also want it to keep us healthy and not sabotage our goals. And for me, many times it also has to be quick and easy, as I work many long hours, as you know. So let's get started. I first want to tell you that it's really important not to go to the market hungry, because you're going to pick up all these things that you didn't realize you, quote, needed. It's also really important. This is an environment of triggers. There are many times, for those of you who know me know, I love a party. And sometimes I get caught up in the fun of the market. And I'll see something and I'll see it on sale and I'll say, maybe I should get this. But I have my list, and I've got to stick with my list. Sometimes I need an extra reinforcement, and I will call home. My son is outrageously disciplined, and I'll call him and I'll say, should I buy this? My daughter as well. And she'll say, or he will say to me, no. Why? And they're right. Sometimes they're home, they're in a very controlled, calm atmosphere. I'm getting swept up in the environmental triggers. That's why you need your list, and if you do also need some extra reinforcements, make sure that you use them. It's also really important. Many times, let me know if this happens to you. We go in a market, we go out of the market, we don't even look around, we just do what we always do, and we don't really appreciate some of the special offerings that some of these markets have. So I'm going to talk to you about the unique things that are offered, particularly at Whole Foods, but also I often go to Trader Joe's, and I go to Sudbury Farms and Roach Brothers. I have never been to a market basket. However, if you have, let me know, because I know that they have unbelievably great prices and they have some great products. It just isn't convenient to my neighborhood. but someday I do plan on going. So my three main markets that I will cover today really will be Roach Brothers Sudbury Farms, Trader Joe's, and Whole Foods. So let's get started. Number one, go armed with your list. In general, most people know that many people will ascribe a halo effect to a supermarket based on the produce section, and I have been guilty of this myself. Actually, it was very funny. I was at an event on Saturday night, and somebody came up to me and they said that they asked me if I shop Sudbury Farms. They had seen me in the produce section. I am often there. This is where you want to spend the most time, but many people ascribe a halo effect in the supermarket based on the produce section. So I've done this myself. If I walk into a market and I see wilty looking vegetables or mold around the strawberries, for example, I'll say, forget it. We're not on the same page. I'm out of here. They know, supermarkets, that's how they're being judged. So if you can't find help in a market, always go to the produce section. There's always people swapping things in and out. And I have to say that in all three of the markets I mentioned, that they are incredible in terms of customer service. That if I say to them, is this in season now? How is this? It seems a little early for me to be seeing whatever. They will oftentimes offer a taste of whatever it is, and that will help us to both the person working in the market as well as me, get a good understanding as to whether or not this is the time to buy this. But we tend to eat when foods are accessible. So when setting up your home, I want you to make sure that you keep clear containers so that when you open up your fridge and you want to eat something, do it like this. Now, I leave these berries in these containers. They've already been washed, but you see that there is a little a mat at the bottom of the berries. That is to catch any gas that might be emitted. So make sure that you keep that in there. It's a great container. There are also holes for air circulation. So keep these in this container. And sometimes it's worth buying things already cut. This is from Roach Brothers today. I was there today, and this was $3. This was $4, and so it's great for me to keep this in the when I open up my fridge and I'll see this. And if I'm looking for something sweet or something for a snack, it's easy, it's ready to go, and it's accessible. So I'll see this instead of seeing ice cream, and I'm good. Same thing with produce. It's great to buy things. Now, this is from Trader Joe's, but many markets have this. Both Roach Brothers as well as Whole Foods has this. Many markets have these. It's already washed. It's already cut. So say tonight I want to make dinner. I can poke a hole in this, put this in my microwave, and I'm good to go. Maybe I want to make a salad for lunch tomorrow. Take this out, put it right in your bag. This is from Trader Joe's, but you can get it in any market. Trader Joe's has some great prices for produce. This is haricot vert, the thin string beans. They're already washed. They're already cooked. They're already trimmed. I can put this right in the microwave, or I can eat this raw and put it in a salad. 3/4 of a cup is only 25 calories. So these are great because they're easy, they're accessible, they're already done. I'll do this with everything. Sometimes it's just worth it. If you've got a busy day, it's easier to make things accessible. Don't make things hard for yourself. Things like the cauliflower, already cut up. Good for cooking, good for roasting, and good to eat this raw. Delicious snack. Let me know if you've done these kinds of things. This is from Whole Foods. The 365 is the Whole Foods brand. So I find these very easy and yummy and sweet, and a great way to get your fiber in and to get your and to eat the rainbow. So when you're in the produce section, I want you to spend the most time. Really eat the rainbow. Try things like experiment with different squashes. Let me know if any of you have tried spaghetti squash. It looks like a yellow football. I was going to carry it home today, but I had so many things in this. There's just so much I can put on a table to show you. But I'm showing you as much as I can. So here's what Another product that they have at Sudbury Farms, in the produce section, there is a soy section, and there are some great products there. There's a product called shirataki tofu noodles. It is made from, yeah, oh, good. Hi, Linda and Mike. Good. Oh, Linda, not Mike. So, Linda, go you. You're here. So there are in the tofu, in the soy section, in the produce section of the market, excuse me, there is a soy section, and there are some wonderful products. One is called shirataki tofu noodles. Now at Whole Foods, they have them by a different name, so I wanted to share this with you. They have them in both spaghetti and fettuccine cut, and theirs are called Pasta Zero. And the fettuccine, they're shirataki tofu noodles, which means basically they have been, the shirataki tofu noodles are made from tofu and yam. When you open them up, there's kind of a funky smell, so you got to put them under water, and now you're good to go. You treat it like fresh pasta. But the Pasta Zero, hey Scott, how are you? Thanks for joining me. And let me know if you've tried any of these. The Pasta Zero fettuccine is made from something called konjac flour. Konjac flour is used a lot in Japanese culture. It's from a plant, and it's a high fiber. It's used more for the texture. The issue I've had with these pasta noodles is the texture, that they can be rubbery. Now, these Pasta Zero fettuccines are new. 2/3 of a cup is only 15 calories. The equivalent in pasta would be about 150, almost 200 calories. So you do save significant calories. If this is something that interests you, they're not very expensive, and it might be something that you might want to try. And that Pasta Zero fettuccine is at at Sudbury Farms and Roach Brothers in their produce section. The shirataki noodles I have seen at Whole Foods. I like those noodles in soup, but no, not with sauce. I agree, Lorraine. With me, it's Lorraine thinks they're mushy for her, and I completely agree. I tried it, and I have to tell you, for me, I didn't like it. I thought it was a texture thing. I thought it was a little rubbery. But my hairdresser, who's Italian, loves them. If you like them, they're a great substitute. The shirataki tofu noodles from Whole Foods. Yeah. I totally agree, Lorraine. So this is a new one called Pasta Zero Fettuccine. Let me know if that'd be something, that might be worth the try, because it's made with this konjac flour, which should give it a little bit more structure, a little less, hopefully it makes it a little less rubbery. But I just saw it caught my eye today, and I was at Sudbury Farms taking things down, and I promised Sudbury Farms, as well as the other markets, that I was going to give them a shout out today. And this is something that caught my eye when I was there. Now, while you're there, you're going to keep going. You're going to pass the bakery. That's for impulse shoppers. That's not you. That's not on your list. But on the left, you may see some oils and some spices. And this is exactly what you want for oils. You want a healthy oil that will lower that LDL cholesterol. So let me show you some of my favorites, and you'll let me know what you're using. So I like to mix my oils up. This is the olive oil that I buy. I buy first cold press. There are a few different olive oils that I buy, but I always like to have first press or first cold press, because that tells you you're getting the most of the olive oil before it gets filtered down with other things. I like to mix up my oils, as different oils will do different things. You can use a corn oil. You can use, this is safflower oil. Safflower oil is one of the most effective oils in lowering the LDL cholesterol. L for lousy, the kind of cholesterol that contributes to plaque and increases risk for heart disease. This will help to lower that LDL. They also, this company, Oleic Gourmet, sell infused or flavored safflower oils. This one is with garlic and rose and thyme, which I think is delicious. They also have one with garlic and rosemary. You will be seeing more of these kinds of oils in the markets. You'll also be seeing blends of oils in the markets. In the oil section, there is also many vinegars. I love to use vinegars. Let me know if you do too. I use champagne vinegar, white wine vinegar, red wine vinegar. I love them. They add great flavor, no calories, and no sodium. So it's a great way to make a dressing. Sometimes I'll use just vinegar. Sometimes I'll use vinegar and lemon, and they are great. In that produce section, I forgot to tell you another good salad dressing. I love garlic, as many of you know. This is garlic expressions, and this is in the produce section of many markets. It is not at Trader Joe's. I get mine at Roach Brothers. I have seen it at Whole Foods as well. It's 55 calories a tablespoon, and the sodium is 225. You like vinegar too. That's great. I totally do too. I use it on many things to make many dressings or to extend a mayonnaise kind of a thing, to give it a tartness and a richness, and to make it go a little further without having to add extra calories. As we go around the market, we're going to hit the dairy. I love yogurt. Let me know if you like yogurt. Yogurt's a near perfect food in that it gives you both a carbohydrate and a protein. It'll give you some calcium that many of us are needing, and it will help you to stay feeling full longer because of that combination of carbohydrate and protein. I love Dan and Light and Fit. They're Greek 80 yogurt, 80 because it's 80 calories. They also have a Greek 0. And Oikos is their 000, no artificial anything. Actually, this one's sweetened with stevia. This one is sweetened with Splenda. So whichever one you like, these are great choices. My gold standard for yogurt is the Fage 0. I've shown you that before. I've used the Fage just plain. I also use the Fage with berries. I've used the Fage in a dip. Look at some of my entertaining videos, and you will see how I make the dip. And I've also used it as a topping for a baked potato. If you look at some of the other videos on entertaining, you're going to see how I use it when I made a potato bar. And it's a great substitute. Anywhere you would use sour cream, equal amounts of Fage will allow you to have no fat, and yet people won't know the difference for taste. So it's a really great, great, great yogurt.
What do you think of coconut aminos?
Coconut aminos. So this is when I get around to the flavorings. This is in courtesy of patients of mine who were so kind to bring this to me, and I love when people do this. They found this. I was not aware of this. They love it. It's coconut aminos. It is only 5 calories for every teaspoon. It is 90 milligrams of sodium, where 140 is low sodium. At 90, this is very, very low and has no added sugar, and they tell me it tastes delicious. So I can't wait to try this. I thank them so much. It's a great substitute for soy sauce. Another great substitute for soy sauce, if you stay with me for just 1 minute, I meant to take these out, but you know that I use these all the time. I'm just going to take out some of my, unless I used it, I have Thai right here. I love, let me know if any of you at Whole Foods, now we go to Whole Foods, Thai ginger marinade. Great substitute for soy sauce. This is in the refrigerated section of your produce section. Thai ginger marinade, great substitute for soy sauce. I use it, if you're a sushi eater, you can dip in the Thai ginger. I put it on my swordfish when I grill. I also use it when I make cauliflower rice, which I'm going to get to in just a little bit. They also have other great sauces. Fish taco sauce, delicious. Great idea if you're going to make fish tacos. Use their fish taco sauce. It's only 45 calories, very low in, no added sugar, and very low in sodium. Additionally, they have a mustard dill sauce, which is delicious. Lorraine, your favorite. You got 6 jars because they always run out. Go you. That's, it's so funny because one of the exercise physiologists at work told me that it's my fault that Whole Foods keeps running out of Thai ginger marinade because I'm the one who keeps promoting it and sending everybody to the store to buy it. But it truly is delicious. Lorraine, I'm right with you if that's what you were talking about, the Thai ginger. It is just delicious. Coming in the summer, and they weren't sure, is the Korean barbecue sauce, which is also delicious. So Charlene, my favorite is especially on the cauliflower rice. Yeah, I love it. You bought the Cajun one, and holy smoke, it's spicy. Oh, I never had the Cajun one. Wow, I'll have to try that. Yes, it is my fault. Thank you, Lorraine. She's telling me it is my fault that they're running out at Whole Foods because I keep promoting it, and I should quit that. I by the way, no commission on any of these, just so you know. I'm not influenced by any of it. While we're talking about herbs and spices and things that really give flavor to foods, I just want to show you a few things. One is, this is at Trader Joe's. This is their chili lime seasoning. Let me know if you are using this. I used this when I made in the video on It's Too Hot to Cook. You're going to see me make salmon with this. I love it. I just sprinkle this across salmon in the microwave. In the microwave, that salmon goes and it will cook perfectly. I adore everything but the bagel sesame seasoning. It is delicious. Let me know if you guys are using it. Make homemade tortilla chips. Look at the 4th of July or the party on the deck. I believe that's where you'll find how I use these. They are unbelievable. Now, I'm going to ask my camera person, my daughter. She bought this. It is a mushroom seasoning. Tell me how you would use this.
I
Love that. Yeah, love it.
I love it. It's umami, so it's very savory and flavorful. You can use that
With
on
with brown rice, whole wheat pasta.
Yeah, and you can also use that with proteins.
With protein like fish or chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Be great. Anyway, you'd like a mushroom flavor. I am not much of a mushroom.
It's not really mushroom, it's more savory.
More savory. So there you go. So that might be something you might want to try. I do, however, love mustard. And as you know, I love garlic. Trader Joe's, they have an aioli garlic mustard sauce. Let me know if you guys are using this. It's incredible. Sometimes you just need to dip. You can take a carrot and dip in this. You can put this on crackers. Whenever we have fish, out comes the aioli garlic mustard. And my husband dips our fish in it. You can bake in it as well. You can't wait to try it. Oh, Lorraine, if you like mustard and you like garlic, you are going to love this. It's incredible. I just can't even say enough. But let me know what you think, because I just adore this. Now, there is substitutes for butter, and that's these sprays. Olivio, and I can't believe it's not butter spray, less than a calorie a spray. I use it when I make popcorn. I use it on toast. Anywhere you would use butter. Why waste the calories? Save the calories if you're looking to manage weight. If you don't care, if you need to put on weight, use the spread. But if you need to cut the calories, use the spray. Either way. If you're looking for a jam, you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Stonewall Kitchen's jams happen to be naturally low in sugar. This is from Sudbury Farms, but you also can get Stonewall Kitchen at Whole Foods. It is not at Trader Joe's. If you want peanut butter, you could use a Better and peanut butter at Trader Joe's. They also have a mixed nut butter at Trader Joe's. If you're looking, and Teddy's peanut butter is a great one. If you're looking to cut calories, PB2. Love PB2. Let me know if you guys are using PB2. Now, we did an interesting experiment at Mass General where we mixed PB2, both the chocolate PB2 and this one, in with Fayet to make it taste sort of like a peanut butter ice cream. And then you could freeze it. I think that would work great. But just know you did need a significant amount of PB2 to make that Fayet taste peanut buttery. But it would work. If you are looking to lower your LDL cholesterol, I recommend Sun Butter. Sunflower oil is one of the most effective oils in lowering LDL cholesterol, and many schools or many places are concerned about peanut allergies. Sun butter would be the way to get around that as well. I had just had the chocolate PB2 with a small so Charlene had the chocolate PB2 with a banana. Oh, that'd be delicious. You're making Elvis proud. That would be great. That sounds delicious. Yummy. See, the beauty of the live stream is what you guys are doing and how you're putting your own twist on this food to make it delicious. So when it comes to breads and crackers, I'm doing some of the middle aisles in your supermarket now. Oh, one last flavoring is at Sur La Table. This is not a supermarket. Frozen banana as ice cream. Oh, that is a great idea. It is delicious, Charlene. Great idea. And you also, Travis, you love PB2. It's great to freeze fruit. It is delicious. Let me know if you've ever frozen grapes because it's really it's yummy. And then you go slowly because it's cold and you suck on it and it's delicious. I love popcorn. Popcorn is a whole grain. Whole corn is a whole grain. So to flavor my popcorn, I just use from Sur La Table. This is a cooking store in many, many malls. It's sort of like a Williams-Sonoma, if you've heard that name. This is Sur La Table. They have many flavorings. The white cheddar happens to be my favorite, but they have a kettle corn, and they also have a Chicago mix, which is a mix of cheddar and kettle corn. So either one of those would be great. As we're going around the market, if you're buying your meats, I do suggest that you buy your meats hormone-free, antibiotic-free, and grass, not corn-fed. Now, let me ask you a question, because you guys are all here with me, and I love this. If you were to go to Whole Foods, where do you think you should be buying your meats? In the case where the meat fellas and women are there to serve you, or in the prepackaged plastic covered containers? Where do you think the meats would be best? I'm going to wait to tell you what I know when I hear what you guys have to say. Let me know what you think as to which meats that you think where you should buy the meats, either behind the case, in the case, or from a packaged market. You guys are right there. I love that. In the case, that's what I thought. Absolutely not. Now, so Lorraine, let me just say, it's a good idea if you freeze fruits like bananas. Does it keep all its nutritional value? Potassium? Yes, it does, Lorraine. So you just gain an extra texture, but you don't lose anything. But I just was answering you, Lorraine, in the package. So yes, in the package, that's absolutely true. Nothing in the case is organic. And let me tell you why. Because if anything comes in packaged meat and poultry, absolutely, Scott. Because if you buy in the case, it means that if something has come in contact with something that's not organic, it makes the whole thing not organic anymore. So it's really important to understand the terminology. I'm going to go through this with you right now. But so make sure that you look for 100% organic. Because if it doesn't say 100% organic, it just isn't. If it says organic, then you buy packaged frozen haddock. Sometimes the frozen fish is the best because it's flash frozen at the point of catch, and also then you have it in your freezer. You can take it out anytime you need it, which I totally love. But when you buy something that's 100% organic, it is. If it says organic, 90% of it is, but some 5% or 10% of it isn't. If it says made with organic ingredients, 75% is, and the rest is made with things or grown with things substances that were from an approved list put out by the United States Department of Food and Agriculture. So it's pretty tricky wording, but very specific, and they mean different things. If it says free range, it means that these animals have access to the outdoors. It doesn't mean they go. You have no idea how long they go, if they go, once a month, every day, an hour a day, but at least you know they have access. It's tricky wording here because you want it grass-fed. Some of the meats in the case or on the packages of Whole Foods will say grass-fed. If they don't say grass-fed, you might see the term pasture-fed. That's not what you want. You do not want pasture-fed. You want grass-fed. So this is a case where many times you just go in and out of a market and you don't check, you don't know. But so I'm telling you, you look for grass-fed. Pasture-fed is not the same. So it's kind of tricky wording. You really want to make sure you're getting what you think that you're getting. I think sometimes people ascribe a halo effect to a market, particularly something like someplace like Whole Foods. You think everything in there is organic or everything in there is healthy, and everything at Shaw's is just not. And that just couldn't be the case. But it does make sense to take the time. When you're buying fish, and somebody mentioned they buy frozen haddock, it's also, you will see a grading system that they have. It is behind the display of the fish counter, and check that, because each fish will then have the grade that will be reflective in the key behind, on the wall. So make sure you check that. And that makes a big difference, so that you get what you think you're getting and you're getting what you want. Now let's go to some of the middle aisles, and we'll get some of the fillers that we might want to snack on or have to make sandwiches and pasta and so on. At Whole Foods, the whole wheat pasta I love is Delalo. All whole wheat pasta is great, but different pastas taste differently. I happen to love this one. I gave this to some of you guys. Let me know if you remember it. I make it with garlic and grape tomatoes and a little basil and red pepper flakes. So it's delicious. I made this on the live stream. I think it was the 4th of July. I made it with mussels, and you'll see that how I made that. There is another product that I have yet to try, and that is called Better Than Rice. It was off the charts fabulous. I'm so glad you love that, Charlene. I know, that's one of my favorites too, and I made it using this Delalo pasta. This is a Better Than Rice. I have yet to make it. It's only 15 calories, so it did pique my interest, so I thought I would bring it to you. And 3/4 of a cup for 15 calories, so that's pretty good. Do you remember, did we get this at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods?
Probably Whole Foods.
I think we got this at Whole Foods. So Better Than Rice. Let me know if you guys see this and if you try it. Otherwise, we're going to try it, and I will let you know. In the market, at the front of the deli, I love to support local companies. I love Joseph's. This is their pocket bread. 50 calories for the whole pocket. It's a source of whole grains. I love it. Let me know if you've used this. They have bigger sizes. They're all terrific. I also love their whole wheat lavash. This is the flatbread. For those of you who are with me on Friday, you are going to get pizza. This is a great roll-up. So I got this at Sudbury Farms in front of the deli. They sell it at Whole Foods as well. You can put lettuce, turkey, tuna, whatever you want, roll it up, and you've got a sandwich. Cut it in half. Half is enough for me, but the whole thing's 120. You certainly can eat the whole thing. But when I saw this, I thought, you know what? This is a great vehicle for a flatbread pizza. So what I do is I take the Joseph's, I take Rayo's pizza sauce. Rayo's pizza sauce is at Whole Foods and Sudbury Farms and Shaw's and Stop and Shop. And I take it, I put it on here. You're going to see me make pizza in one of those videos. And then I take the Baby Bell light cheese that I got in my dairy section. And it's a thick round. You just cut it into slivers right on your oven or toaster oven rack. And this will be like rounds of mozzarella. And this is delicious. If you would like, you certainly can also take some Laughing Cow cheese, crumble it over the top. The Laughing Cow cheese comes in many flavors. This is one of my favorite, the Queso Fresco Chipotle. For those who are with me tomorrow at Mass General, you're going to get some of these to try, and they are yummy. So you'll let me know what you think. For whole wheat breads, I love Thomas's. Has a whole wheat. It's 25 grams of whole grain, 16 grams are a serving. This is about a serving and a half of whole grain. It is sweetened with Splenda. If this bothers you, oh, I'm upside down, so sorry. This is sweetened with Splenda. If that bothers you, Vermont Bread Company has a whole wheat English muffin that is with sugar. So there are 120 calories for the whole muffin, both halves, and that is a good deal. I love, let me know if, I'm going to check with you guys, if you have tried Dave's Killer Bread. Name might be a little off-putting, but they are yummy. I love the pita bread. You love the Joseph's. Yeah, it's yummy. I'm so glad you're enjoying it and that you're using it. This is Dave's Killer Bread. Comes in many flavors. I like the good seed. It is delicious. This 21 whole grains is a thin sliced version. I got it because it was 60 calories a slice and it gave me 21 grams of whole grain. This is a little seedy for me, I have to tell you. This one wasn't. So I'm going to go with the good seed and just have one slice. That's how I'm going to work this. But it was worth the try. And if I decide I need two slices of bread, I might go with this. You make hummus pizza with that. Awesome. So tell me how you do it, Travis. You take the flatbread and you put hummus on? I've tried most of the Dave's flavors. It's really good. Yeah, Scott, I'm with you. I totally love it. What's that?
Charlene had a comment. She said her husband likes it.
Oh, Charlene. Awesome. Sue McGinnis, love the lavash and the pizza. I'm so glad. That's so good. And the thing about the pizza is it's so easy, and you can have pizza, something you don't think that you can have. Charlene, LOL, not me. Yes, you do. Charlene, you're awesome. Let me show you some snacks that you might. And another in terms of breads is Trader Joe's has this. Corn and wheat tortilla that I just found for 90 calories. Oh, no husband. Charlene, you know what, Charlene? You got to come with me everywhere. That's all there is to it. I just adore you. You're just so much fun. You guys are just the bomb diggity best. All right, this tortilla. This tortilla is, it was Lorraine. This tortilla is phenomenal, because it's a source of whole grain. At Whole Foods, I will often buy their corn tortillas. They're 90 calories each. They're low in sodium. They are not for fiber, but they're for whole grain. And you can make a fish taco like this. You can wrap these in aluminum foil, put them in the oven as a fish is cooking, and then they'll be done at the same time. You take it out, you layer veggies, you put the fish taco sauce and a piece of fish or chicken, and you are good to go. My son and I just had that for dinner. And was it delicious? Let me know. If you don't mind taking a little extra time, there are great ancient grains like farro. I got this at Whole Foods. Whole Foods also has bins where you can buy things in bulk. If you buy more than 5 pounds, they give you a discount. They have things like wheat berry, things that you might not normally get. They just take a little longer to cook, and that's the issue. It takes me about 45 minutes to cook that farro, 35 to 45. For snack foods, my daughter's very adventurous. She bought this corn, pea, bean, and quinoa crisp from Trader Joe's. You get 24 crisps for 120 calories. It really doesn't give you much, except for that it is a source of whole grain, and it is cooked in sunflower oil, which is an effective oil in lowering LDL. I love Triscuit wheat thin crisps. I also love Hint of Salt wheat thins. Let me know if you guys are using any of these. Just be mindful of portions, because they're going to add up fast. Other cracker ideas. Rice Works. This I got at Roach Brothers, Sudbury Farms. It is made from brown rice. Brown rice is a whole grain. This is a source of whole grain. The flavor sea salt might be off-putting, but it isn't. These companies find that they can sprinkle with salt instead of bake with salt, so it's actually low in salt, but you get the flavor. This is Late July, the company that makes Cape Cod potato chips. This is also a brown rice cracker. What's interesting about this cracker is they call it multigrain because it sells better even though it's a whole grain. Hummus, veggies, and cheese on a pizza. Yum! That sounds yummy. What a great combination. I love it. And what's interesting about that Travis, who makes a pizza with a whole wheat lavash, he puts hummus. Hummus is made from chickpeas. When you combine whole grains and legumes, you get what's called a complete protein. It'll help you to stay feeling full longer. It'll meet your protein needs. And then you added extra veggies. You added veggies to give you extra fiber. That is a delicious, healthy, yummy meal that will hopefully keep you feeling full longer. That is yummy. And cheese to give you extra protein. Crunchmaster. These are made from brown rice. Brown rice is gluten-free. This company finds they sell better when they put them in the gluten-free section because they are gluten-free. They come in different flavor combinations. I like the original. I like those because I need gluten-free, but everyone likes them in my house. Totally right. That's why these brown rice crackers are gluten-free and they taste delicious, so they're good for many who are following a gluten-free diet. So it really is a great option. This Late July, the same company, from Cape Cod Cape Cod potato chips. They also have these tortilla chips. They're really light tasting. They're very delicious. They come in different flavor combinations. They are also gluten-free, so that would work for you. 10 chips are 130 calories, 65 milligrams of sodium, really low in sodium, and I think they taste delicious. They will give you almost 1.5 servings of whole grain with every 10 chips. So that's a great option. There are new snacks on the horizon, on the market now, and those are made with chickpeas. Your favorite chip now. Isn't that awesome? I'm so glad. Yeah, I love the Late July. These are, let me know if you've ever tried these. These are chickpea snacks. They're not low in calories. A quarter of a cup is 130 calories. They are low in sodium. They are they'll provide you with 6 grams of fiber. So it's a great choice for somebody who wants to gain a little weight or have a little something. Then you could have a half a cup for 260 calories, and that would be great. You could have more, but that would give you that. They also, many companies are making these chickpea snacks. Here's another one. This is also gluten-free, and 1 ounce is 130 calories. It will give you 3 grams of fiber, very low in sodium. So it's just another option for you if you need some crunch to try something new. If you're looking for sweet and crunch, then you might want to try Irene's biscotti. Let me know if any of you are eating Irene's biscotti. Irene's biscotti gets me through the night. They come in, this is the cranberry because that's what they had at Sudbury Farms. They're also at Whole Foods. They're sold in the bakery section. There's raisin, chocolate walnut, chocolate almond. There is vanilla pistachio and banana bread. Sometimes there's an apple cinnamon. 20 calories each. Sweet and crunch. It gets you through the night. Also, sometimes you just want a pickle in your sandwich or a pickle on the side. Then make sure you try the bread and butter pickles. Low in sodium versus half sour or dill, which will be cured and therefore high in sodium. Bread and butter pickles do not have the sodium, so they are great choices. I love to keep some things in my freezer, go-to meals. I love the cauliflower rice. I buy mine frozen. Let me just show you a few things that I have in my freezer. Let's see. Okay, if you're going to have in your freezer, here's the cauliflower rice I use. I buy mine at Trader Joe's. You can buy it fresh in the produce section. You also can buy it in the at Whole Foods. Yummy. Hi, Sean. How are you? I'm so glad you never miss. You're unbelievable. I love Trader Joe's frozen organic brown rice. Inside here is 3 pouches. You'll just take a pouch out. You'll put it in your microwave for 3 minutes. That's it. And no pot, no pan. And I think it's delicious. If any of you use this, you'll let me know what you think. I'm running out of real estate here, but I want to show you as much as I can. It's great to have some frozen for those times when you didn't get to the market and you buy a frozen vegetable or a frozen fruit. As long as it doesn't have a sauce, that's going to be great for you. It'll be handy and easy when you're trying to think what to eat. You're going to see a vegetable that'll help you to stay on track. If you want an easy meal, like eggs, for example, always buy the free-range organic. So here are some of my favorites. I love Nellie's. And I also like the Organic Valleys. Now, Eggland's Best is another good one. I always look for free-range organic when I'm buying my eggs. This is certified humane, which is just what I'm looking for. I like to buy extra large eggs. That's just the size I like. So I can find these at many markets, but only at Whole Foods do I find these two brands in the extra large size. So I buy them there. For salsa, I like at at Whole Foods, I like their jarred salsa. I think it's delicious. Let me know if you use their thick and chunky salsa. There are many salsas out there. This is just one that I've found that I like. I happen to love tuna fish. Safe Catch. This company claims that they are so particular in the tuna that they use that it is the least amount of mercury than any other company out there. So let me know what you think. Yummy, 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 boo. I'm so glad. I'm going to call you boo, even though I know. But this is it's in all markets now. It's called Safe Catch. Just like Bumblebee and Sunkist, these come both in the cans. This comes in flavors and also in drained packets. So say you know you're going on a road trip and you can get a tossed salad, but you don't know what you're going to do for protein. Get the drained packets. It comes in it's as thin as an envelope. All you do is open it up. The tuna's already drained, and it comes salmon as well, and you're good to go. If you want to season, I love Mrs. Dash, but I also adore Paul Prudhomme, chef from New Orleans. This is sold at Roach Brothers Sudbury Farms, at Shaw's Stop and Shop. You're going to find where the garlic powders are. They come in many flavors. Sweet basil and tarragon. Toasted onion and garlic. This is just a salt-free. This is lemon and cracked pepper. A Sweetie Magic. It's salt-free and sugar-free. 6-spice blend. And the sweet and spicy. So they have many of them, many flavor combinations. I think they are delicious. I love the lemon and cracked pepper. I love the toasted garlic and onion. As you know, I probably would. And I think these are just terrific. They're called Magic Seasonings. They are by Paul Prudhomme. They're at your regular supermarkets. Sean, I've never seen the packages, just saw the bottles. Yeah, they come in bottles. The company sent me the packages, Charlene, so I could share them with people. If I see a company that I like, I try to reach out to those companies so they can send me samples so I can share them with you. And Travis, yeah, the frozen brown rice is delicious. Yeah, I totally love it. I use it all the time. If you can't make a meal, these are easy. If you're going to make a meal, start with the protein. Pick the protein, fish, chicken, turkey, whatever you're having, the tuna, and then find the vegetable, the fruit, and the whole grain. So that you can have, it's endless, the combinations of meals that you can make. If you can't, you're just on the go, then that's the only time I would say use a bar. Quest. There's 2 flavors that I like. They have a peanut butter chocolate chip and a peanut butter brownie smash and a oatmeal chocolate chip. This is the oatmeal chocolate chip, the peanut butter brownie. They are meal replacements. They will give you about 20 grams of protein and 15 grams of fiber. That's a lot of fiber. So many people try these and they say, oh, they just sit too heavy. I totally understand that. Other people eat it and they say it's fine. It's a great bar if you need a meal replacement, but try it first and know that it can sit heavy. Other good ideas for bars is this is called Nugo. They sell this at Whole Foods. They also sell this at CVS. 17 grams of fiber, 7 grams of fiber, and 17 grams of protein. Excuse me. So this would be a great option as well. Other bars, Kind. Always check the added sugar. The dark chocolate and sea salt. 200 calories for the bar. And in terms of added sugar, it has a teaspoon of added sugar, so that really isn't bad. So this would be a great one. Kind also has fruit bars. They're called kids bars, and they come different flavor combinations: mango, apple, cherry, strawberry. They're 60 calories a bar. And there's nothing but that fruit pressed in it. So say you know somebody who doesn't, or you don't like fruit, you might like the Kind fruit bars, and it would give you a serving of fruit in the form of a bar, and you'd be good because there's nothing else in there. They didn't add to it, so it might be a great way for you to get fruit if you otherwise don't like it or don't think that you have access to fruit. It's just an easy way. One other bar that I like is the organic protein bar by Orgain. You can get this at a CVS. You can get this at Whole Foods as well. This bar will give you 10 grams of protein. And that's a great for after a workout, 10 grams of protein. If you've done a great strength training workout, that would be great. Orgain makes shakes already done. So shakes, they have 20 grams of protein. They're 140 calories each. They have a vanilla bean, and then they have a vegetarian, a plant-based. So these are great shakes. They're sold in almost every market now. Another bar I like is the RX bars. They come in different flavors. I'm showing right now the mixed berry. It's only made with the ingredients that you see. How much do they normally cost? For the bars, you know, I don't know. The bars are usually about $3 on average for any of these bars. They're anywhere between $2 and $3. The shake, I'm going to say, is probably about $4 or $5. That's a great question, and I'm going to look into that more so I can have a definitive answer. And I think it depends on the market, and I always try to get things when they're on sale. That's how I know to stock up when the things that I like are available. They go on sale. That's what I buy. Oh, my pleasure, anytime. And I'm hoping this is helping you, because this is tonight's live stream, by the way, is a result of one of you guys suggesting that I do this. So I'm hoping that this is helpful for you. How do you or I buy swordfish? I have no idea how to buy swordfish. So, hi Shirley. When I go to the market, I will go to, I'll buy my fish oftentimes either at Legal Seafoods or at their marketplace, or I'll buy it at Whole Foods. When I go to Whole Foods, I ask them, or any market, when is delivery? At Whole Foods, I will check the rating, and then I buy a piece of swordfish that they have. I like to take my swordfish, I put the Thai ginger marinade, and I grill it or broil it, and it's delicious. Oh, Lorraine, I am so glad that you're finding this helpful. These are things that I use every day, that I use throughout the week, that I stock up on a weekend, and then I put things in the freezer, so I have go-tos. I make sure I have things that I can see that are easily viewable, so that when I open up a freezer, I don't get into trouble, and I don't graze and I can look at these things and I'll say, oh yeah, that looks good. I can have that. And it's already ready for me and good to go. So I hope that helps you when you're doing yours. Let me also take a look because I wrote down, there were a few other products that I wanted to tell you about that I couldn't bring everything home. When you're, and that are unique to certain markets. When you're at Whole Foods, and many of my patients are vegetarians, so when you're at Whole Foods, they have in the produce section steamed individual serving packages, which I thought were a great idea, of lentils, black-eyed peas, fava beans, and red kidney beans. If you like these, each half a cup is 120 calories. They were relatively low in sodium, no added sugar, 6 grams, 5 to 6 grams of fiber, depending on which one, and about 9 to 10 grams of protein. So it's a great option because you can just put them in a microwave, no pot, no pan to clean. You could put something like black-eyed peas with the brown rice. You can get brown rice at Whole Foods also in their frozen section, and you've got a complete protein. At Sudbury Farms, they have something. They have these already chopped up herbs and spices, which is great. So they have basil, they have garlic, they come in a tube, you keep them in your freezer, in your fridge, and they're already done. You just squirt out whatever you need in the tube, and it's done. I'm for ease, as you know. There is a new dressing that I saw at Sudbury Farms today, and it was called Just Caesar. J-U and then S-T. It was J-U-S-T, Caesar salad dressing. So I haven't tried it, but it did look good. And 2 tablespoons were only 110 calories, and no 1 gram of sugar, which was nothing. One Mighty Mill is a new product that you might be seeing at both. I've seen them at all the markets, and it comes in a rectangular box. It's a whole wheat tortilla. It's shaped, that's wrapped in a cylinder to fit in this rectangular box. They have other products as well, but they have a whole wheat tortilla that was only 140 calories, 120 milligrams of sodium, which is very low sodium, and 3 grams of fiber, which is moderately high in fiber. The issue with it was, for me, the cost. It was $4.99, which I thought was a little expensive. You let me know what you think. For ice cream, I love Enlighten. I like to buy the bars, like the sea salt caramel, the fudge. They also have, Breyers has a pint of ice cream. The cookies and cream, for example, if I eat the whole pint, it's 330 calories. But if I keep it to 2/3 of a cup, which is really enough for me, and should be for you, there's only 4 grams of added sugar. That is great, and it's also low in saturated fat, 2 grams. There are some granolas out there, like Bare Naked has a peanut butter granola I saw at Sudbury Farms, and Kind has a raspberry clusters. That also are good. So just make sure that when you're reading these labels, you check for fiber, you check for whole grains, you check for sodium, and you check, some of them have the new label already, will let you know that there's added sugar. So it's important to check. Kashi has a heart-to-heart organic honey toasted cereal that is gives you a serving of whole grain. It gives you a little over a teaspoon of sugar. So decide if that's where you want to spend it. Trader Joe's had something that I thought would interest my daughter. Hi, James. Hi, Deb. Is there such a thing as a canned soup that is not crazy high in sodium? Even lower sodium will seem high. I totally agree. You know what? The best tasting soup that's low in sodium comes in a carton, and I find it at Trader Joe's. I particularly like their tomato. It's tomatoes with bits of tomato in it. What brand of soup do you buy or suggest? I know homemade is better, but time. I'm so with you with time, Lorraine. I like at Trader Joe's. I like their low sodium, the carton. I think it's delicious. I was just asking the same. I know you guys are great. You're all on the same page, and I'm right there with you. So at Trader Joe's, they're low sodium. It says low sodium on the carton. That's my favorite of the low taste of the soups that are low in sodium because I think it tastes the best. Healthy Valley low sodium, no salt added soup at Whole Foods, and tastes good. Let me know, Linda. That sounds great. If it's good, that's good to know. See, that's why it takes a live stream, because we're all in this together. At Trader Joe's, just so you know, in their frozen food section, things to stock your freezer, they have something I thought my daughter might like. It's called Thai Sweet Chili Veggie Burger. Each patty is only 150 calories, low in sodium, 3 grams of fiber, 5 grams of sugar. Dr. Prager also has a California veggie burger for 120 calories, 240 milligrams of sodium, but this is your meal. 4 grams of fiber, 5 grams, you're welcome, Lorraine, and 5 grams of protein. I love the riced cauliflower. They also have a riced cauliflower bowl, which the guy at Trader Joe's told me is delicious. It includes chickpeas, sweet potato. I'm sorry, I should have taken that off. Chickpeas, sweet potato. Look at that, how I'm answering my phone, not at all. Carrots, spirals. It has chickpeas, sweet potato, tofu, and roasted onions. And it's for 120 calories a serving, 160 milligrams of sodium, really low sodium, particularly for a frozen food. 3 grams of fiber, 5 grams of protein. When you combine that chickpea with tofu, you're going to get complete protein. It's a great, great choice. And he said it tasted delicious. They also have, you can buy fresh spiralized noodles, which I love. I don't know if any of you have used spiralized noodles, like the spiralized zucchini, spiralized summer squash noodles. They're in the fresh section of the produce section of your market. But now at Trader Joe's, for the first time, I saw them frozen. Another great item to stock your freezer with. So Trader Joe's had frozen zucchini spirals and frozen carrot spirals. So it was a great option. There are yogurt tubes at Trader Joe's, and they are these long tubes filled with yogurt that are kind of fun to eat. I would imagine you could throw them in the freezer. It'd be like having ice cream. Somebody told me today that they are eating them. They told me the ones they were having was something called Biddy, but I found something called Squishers at Trader Joe's today. Each tube, 60 calories. 8 grams of fiber, but at least 6 grams of that is from the lactose in the yogurt. So it's only 2 grams, which is half a teaspoon. I have not tried, but my Yoko's has a vegan cream cheese at Trader Joe's, and that'd be a great substitute for cream cheese. But otherwise, I do know that at Whole Foods they have something called Cloumage, Cloumage, and that's a great substitute for cream cheese. Personally, I use the Laughing Cow instead of cream cheese, and it does the trick. So, load up when you go to the market. Get foods that taste good and are good for you. If there's anything, if you would like to have my list, I can send it to you, but I need you to give me, if you private message me your email address, I'd be happy to do that. Also, if you send me your email, I'll be able to start an email blast, and so we can stay in touch more regularly. But I'm happy to send you my list of my picks in the market, including the ones that were mentioned here today. If there are things that you're using that are not on today's presentation, definitely let me know, because I'm happy to add them to my list. Things like these coconut aminos, which I thought were great. So you guys are using all kinds of good things. It's wonderful to see you applying your knowledge of nutrition and to use these things in very fun, creative ways. You could make cheese nachos. How fun is that? With salsa on top. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can do. The possibilities are endless. That you can eat food that's good for you and tastes good. It's not an oxymoron. So, unless there's any more comments coming through, I'm gonna my live stream here seems to be spiraling, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna just try to. Here we go. Hi, Charlene. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You are, what can I tell you, the bomb diggity best, as you guys all are. And you're welcome. I am so happy you're here. It's making this just great, because we're all in this together. I'm so glad this was helpful for you. And if there are any questions or comments, feel free to put them below. I'll be checking all the time. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. That allows me to continue to do this. If you know somebody, amazing selection of foods, thanks. I am so glad that this was helpful. It is my total pleasure. And if there's somebody who you think would benefit from having access to a nutrition channel, please suggest to them to also join us and to subscribe, because that allows me to continue to do this. But thank you so much for joining me on the live stream. I have kept you probably longer than I need. Great show tonight. Thank you, Lorraine, and I'm so glad you're here. It's just great. I get to see people I know from past to now, and it's just heartwarming. So I'm so glad you guys are doing so well, and you're cooking and making yummy dishes. So here's to everybody, and I will see you in 2 weeks if at 7 o'clock. If there is something that you would like me to cover in 2 weeks, just like tonight was as a result of a suggestion by someone, definitely make sure that you let me know, because I'm certainly happy to do that. So for now, and just looking to see if there's anybody else. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me on the live stream, and I'll look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks if I don't see you before.